Namaste everyone, I'm Sanjana Goyal, and today I will be continuing our tour on the Sapta Puri. Before I begin, I'd like to emphasize that this is the second part of the two-part series on the Sapta Puri. And if you haven't watched the first part yet, please do. It is by Niva Shah and it should be under the February 27th, 2022 playlist on YouTube. Okay, now to continue our journey. Continuing our tour, after a short 27-hour car ride from Dwarka, we land in the state of Uttarakhand, in the city of Hardiwar. Hardiwar is known as the gateway to the gods. Located in the northeast area of Uttarakhand, it is close to the Himalayan mountains, and because of this, it is also close to the start of the Ganga River. The city is located on the right bank of the river. Along with being the gateway to the gods, it's also the gateway to the four major pilgrimages, or Char Dham: Kedarnath, Badrinath, Gangotri, and Yamunotri. It is holy since it's been said that it's one of the four places Amrit, or immortality nectar, was spilled in when it was being carried by Gurud, Vishnu's bird/vehicle. The Amrit was being held in a kumbh when it was being flown by Garuda, and because of this, the Kumbh Mela, the largest gathering of humanity in the world, is held here once every 12 years. Along with many ashrams along the holy banks of the Ganga, there are many temples in this city, the Tirupati Balaji Mandir being the most famous. It dedicates Lord Vishnu, and construction here started 1700 years ago. Now if we travel 14 and a half more hours back into the state of Uttar Pradesh, we land in the beautiful city of Varanasi, also known as Banaras or Kashi. We will be getting to the reasoning for these different names in a little bit. Before that, can you guess which river Varanasi is located along? If you said the Ganga River, you'd be correct. Following the path of the river, Varanasi is located on the left bank of the Ganga, in the southeast part of Uttar Pradesh. Varanasi is one of the oldest cities in the world, and it was one of the first settlements along the Ganga. Along with this, it is believed to be the home of Shiva, and here the Ganga flows from south to north rather than from north to south. Many people come to Varanasi when they are either near death or to scatter the ashes of their loved ones in the Ganga. The reason for this is because it's believed that if you die in Varanasi, you will achieve moksha, or salvation, sooner. Varanasi also has a significance in Buddhism. Buddhism was founded when Buddha gave his first sermon in the town of Sarnath, only miles away from Varanasi. In Pali, the language of Buddhism, like how Sanskrit is the language of Hinduism, the name Varanasi translates to Banaras, which is how Banaras got its name. Kashi translates to city of light or shining city, which completely describes the city of Varanasi. In Varanasi, the Ganga Aarti is held every evening and is attended by people all over the world. One of the most famous temples visited in Varanasi is the Kashi Vishwanath Mandir. It is dedicated to Shiva, and in fact, it has one of the 12 Jyotirlings of Shiva. A 17-hour train ride will then lead us to the state of Madhya Pradesh, into the city of Ujjain. Ujjain is more than 5,000 years old and is located on the banks of the Kshipra River. Its name is derived from the Sanskrit word for victory, Jai. Ujjain was also considered to be the center of the earth by India before Greenwich became the prime meridian. Even now, however, Indian horoscopes are all based on Ujjain. Like Varanasi, one of the 12 Jyotirlingas is in Ujjain, which is one of the reasons for its religious significance. The most famous temple in Ujjain is the Sri Mahakaleshwar Mandir. Evidently, it is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The temple is known to be a holy place where only the honest can step foot. Speaking from experience, I would also add patient to that, since the lines are super long, especially close to Aarti times. Now, if we get into the car and drive for the short amount of 3 days, we'll reach Tamil Nadu, the state in which our final destination sits. Our final Saptapuri is Kanchipuram. Located in Tamil Nadu on the banks of the Vegavati River, it is known as the city of 1,000 temples. While it doesn't actually contain 1,000 temples, it does have many, and the name is not much of an exaggeration, since it is an incredibly holy city. The city was established by the Pallava dynasty and became their empire's capital. Under the rule of Ashoka, many Buddhist stupas were built, and because of this, Kanchipuram has become a pilgrimage city for Buddhists as well. One out of the multiple temples in the city, the largest and most famous is the Ekambareshwar temple. It is also dedicated to Lord Shiva. The legend behind this temple is that Parvati was praying under a mango tree, and in order to test her dedication, Shiva set her on fire. While burning, Parvati continued her prayers and eventually passed Shiva's test. She then made a Shivalinga out of sand. After this, Shiva became known as Ekambareshwar, or Lord of the Mango Trees. Kanchipuram became the center of Tamil learning and a religious hub for all, making it a place you certainly should visit. I'd like to conclude our tour by thanking everyone for watching, and I hope that you all learned something about Saptapuris and just generally our culture. Thank you.